Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Um, as these protests, riots, insurrections continue to go on in California, they're starting to break out in New York right now also. But as the ones pertain specifically to California, um, I've been online, speaking my voice about it, uh, telling other places, other people, what should happen, what should go on. And it's always the same negative feedback. I'm not an immigrant. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Although I defended this country for 20 years of my life and the flag that represents this country. And to see people, desecrate the flag and burn the flag, spit on the flag, do all sorts of things with the flag, but yet they want to raise another country's flag in protest. But I'm like, you want to be with that flag so bad once you go back to the country where the flag is from, but they don't want to do that. They like our laws here. They like all the things that they can get, all the freedoms, all the liberties that come with the U.S., but they don't want to go back to the country that they supposedly want to claim, represent. So I figure, let's get someone else that looks like them, that can speak their language and know what it's like to be of that culture. Maybe they'll listen to them instead. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Immigrant. And I want to tell you something. I'm disgusted by what people from other countries like Mexico are doing right now in my new country. I came from Mexico. I came legally. I have worked all my life here to get what I have. I have never asked for a penny to the government. I didn't come here to get something from the government. I came for an opportunity and I got it. And I have the American dream. What about all of those people protesting in California and New York? What are they doing? They are burning the city. If you don't like to be deported and you want to stay here, you have to have your best behavior. Not the worst behavior. You think that we want you here? With that behavior of burning cars, burning the entire city? Why?
It's like what I say, she's saying the same thing. People see her, they see them. As they see her doing the crimes that they do when she has no affiliation whatsoever other than her culture, her background. Like me, when black folks, go out and do dumb shit, twerking in the club or twerking in fast food places or, running amok, doing dumb shit, getting pulled over, getting arrested, committing all types of crimes. I get grouped into that same, you know, culture, same as her, you know. That's she takes offense to that, just like I take offense to it. Like the whole black fatigue thing. Now it's I guess illegal fatigue. I guess the new thing. I guess.
Why? Why do we talk to the authorities in your behalf? Has no meaning on that. And for the people that are defending these violent attackers, people that don't deserve to be here, shame on you.
Exactly.
Shame on you, because you're supposed to talk and to tell them the truth. You're not supposed to line up with them. You're supposed to tell them, go to your country. You are waving the flag of another country that you love, go.
Go back.
You don't need to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve another opportunity in this country because apparently you don't love this country like I do. So, go away.
Like she said, you waving another country flag in here. You want to represent. You love that country so much. Go back home. No one's keeping you here. It's just that for many years prior to Trump coming in office, we had Obama do the same thing, deport people because of dumb shit that's going on, and now we finally have a president that's taking sole responsibility of trying to fix everything in the country, and now he's holding all these people in office accountable and trying to get the people here that came here illegally out. We lived so long this way that they thought that they let that become the norm. But now we're like, no way, no more. Get out. Now everyone wants to be all up in arms about it. Let's check out these comments though. Thank you for speaking out. Exactly. The news outlets should post these videos. Amen, sister. She has more love for this country than some American-born citizens. Exactly, because especially like these general, like millennials and Gen Zers, they're out there doing a lot of this egregious shit, burning the flag, destroying buildings, damaging property. Bless her heart. She's on point though. Breaks my heart to see all the hate too. Exactly. Thank you. Amen. And happy to have you as a fellow American. Just goes on and on. Wow, thank you. Yes, you deserve to be here. Thank you for speaking out. People like you are the kind of people that need legal immigration in the U.S. God bless you. Amen. Excuse me. Love her. She's on point. It just goes on and on and on. Thank you. Say, beautiful lady. Say it loud. Love you and many blessings to you and your family. It's the same exact thing. People who want to be here are following the laws are the ones who get grouped into in the same group category as those who's breaking the laws. There's a separation. Not all people are bad. There's bad groups within a culture. They have it. We have it. White people have it. Asian Americans have it. We're just trying to separate, especially the ones that are here illegally doing a lot of these crimes.
Living under a rock, you guys already know what's going on in LA with the ICE raids and everything else. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings out there, and trust me, this is from someone that came from an immigrant family, a Mexican immigrant family, right? So I feel I have a unique perspective because I worked at ICE detention facilities for over 8 years, because I was, law enforcement with the U.S. Marshals, so I got to see a little bit of what happened in the background. Got a lot of friends also that are ICE agents, right? That are ERO ICE agents, Enforcement Removal Operation ICE agents. What I can tell you is this: these agents are out there doing their job, okay? Whether you agree with it or not, whether you agree with the laws, with the immigration laws of this country or not, they're laws. These federal agents, these ICE agent, ERO, fucking HSI, Marshals, whoever, DEA, all the FBI, everyone's out there helping the Department of Homeland Security right now. These guys are doing their job, right? They're enforcing the laws that certain politicians, certain sanctuary cities, sanctuary states in our case, fail to enforce.
You got to think about these laws have been put in place well before Donald Trump was put in office, well before Obama was put in office. No one, pretty much blinked an eye when Obama did it. But now we have Donald Trump, he's up and he's actually doing it. He's forcing this stuff, holding people accountable. People don't want to do it anymore. People are upset, especially Americans that are here. They're siding with the insurrectionists, which is crazy wild to think about. The entire time Biden was in office, it just opened the floodgates, let them all in, let them in, let them in. No matter which part of the globe you're from, come in. But now that we're enforcing this, they don't like it. We voted for this. Don't forget.
They failed to enforce these laws, and they got out of control, and now this is what's happening. Exactly. I'm sure some of those people are hardworking people, that I understand they have families, they have kids, people
so
people
police
of
officers.
Good, people that mean well. But if they're here in the country illegally, it's illegal. It's in the word, right? And before I hear anyone say anything about me being a hypocrite because I'm Mexican, right? Let me remind everyone that my family came here the legal way. My grandparents, which were fucking busted their ass working in the fields, picking crops, came here the legal way. It's hard for me to understand how people can be so outraged when they're held accountable, right? They're being arrested, they're being deported because they're here illegally, because they overstayed their visas or they came here into the country illegally, and they're still fucking getting mad. And then what's up with everyone? All the fucking everything that's going on the freeways. I saw some videos with the highway patrol vehicles getting smashed with rocks, people throwing shit at ICE agents. I saw a U.S. Marshals bus getting fucking blocked, getting attacked. What's the deal with that? Everyone's waving their Mexican flag. Everyone's so outraged, right? Not understanding that they're impeding the fucking traffic. They're impeding the freeway. People are going to work. People, are going to the hospital, to fucking doctor's appointments. Women are on their way to the fucking hospital to give birth. People are on fucking ambulances with a heart attack, and you guys are blocking.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until these, think about that. People who are literally dying, trying to get to the hospital in an ambulance or some other type of emergency vehicle, even if it's not an emergency vehicle, say, a family member is driving them because they had a heart attack while on the highway, so they're, going to the hospital, and they're being stopped, held up because of people protesting in the freaking highways, along the streets. That the same exact streets and highways where the ambulances and all the emergency vehicles have to travel to, to get to and from the hospital. People are literally dying just trying to go about their regular days, being rushed to the hospital, emergency room, deliver babies, and they're being held up because people want to act stupid. People want to protest. People want to, commit violence. Why? Just because the ICE agents, the police officers, everyone else is doing their jobs, doing what's written in the law, so they fulfilling what's the law stating, and people are committing crimes. That's insane to me.
Blocking the fucking road. That's not protesting. That is not fucking protesting.
Tell 'em.
Blocking
Tell
the
'em.
road and interrupting everyone else's fucking life is not protesting. And it's fucking shitty because all I see, the majority of the flags that I see being flown are Mexican flags. And it's fucked up and it's shitty because I don't associate with myself with fucking lawlessness. But anyway, you got the LA mayor, you have the Governor Newsom saying that it's Trump's fault, that it's ICE agents' fault, as
They're
if
doing their
these people
jobs.
weren't here illegally in the country. It's almost like we've dealt with it for so long, and it's been part of our culture, and it's been, especially here in California, right? Sanctuary, and fucking New York and other shithole places like that that have sanctuary states and cities. But it's almost like we've lived like this for so long that it's become normal. That now when people are fucking now when there's a government that's trying to enforce laws, rules, and regulations and holding people accountable, now it's outrageous. Separating families. People talk about it like it's something out of this world.
People do that
Like
every
if
day.
I get arrested, I'm
Commit
not gonna
crime.
get separated from my family, right? If I go rob a fucking bank, I don't think people are gonna
Family
be saying,
separation.
"Oh, pobrecito Angel, he got separated from his family." Nope. Guess what? You broke the law. You get fucking arrested. You get separated from your family.
Go to prison.
You came in here to the country illegally. You broke the law. Your ass is gonna get deported.
Same
Separated
exact
from
shit.
your family. Why is it hard for people to understand that there's consequences to the shit that we do? Like, I get it. It's fucking shitty. But hey, it's a risk that you're willing to take, obviously. And then when you get caught up, how can you get upset? How can we possibly get upset if you know these are the consequences? And then
People don't want to accept responsibility. They don't want to take accountability, be accountable for their actions. They used to run around for so long, running amok, doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And they got used to no action being taken, but now everybody's rolling back the laws. The whole thing where $750 or however much dollars, a certain amount before you get arrested. Before they weren't apprehending people. Now they've dialed it down. We're gonna apprehend everybody for you steal. It doesn't matter what the price is, the cost. We're gonna arrest you. We're gonna take you to jail. They're starting to ramp things back up, and people are, we've gotten away with it so long. Now, I don't know what to do. I want to commit crime, but I don't want to commit crime because I want to be, arrested. But the fact is, you're committing a crime. Just because they put a price tag on it before and they removed that price tag, it was crime still, regardless of when and where. So hold them accountable. You're here illegally. You're here committing crime. Go. Get out.
and then these people are throwing things at the fucking federal agents, at the law enforcement, at the cops. They're throwing rocks. What's gonna happen when one of these fucking guys is able to articulate that they feared for their life and they fucking shoot someone? Then what's gonna happen? Imagine the fucking chaos then, the outrage then, right? I could already see it. ICE agent shoots unarmed man in a peaceful protest.
It's gonna
I
happen.
could already fucking see it.
It's gonna happen.
I could already see it. And it's a matter of time till it happens. What do you think is gonna happen when you have fucking people throwing fireworks, throwing rocks,
Just like they did here in
throwing all
Seattle.
kinds of shit to fucking to these federal rangers? What do you think they're gonna do? These people have families as well. What do you think is gonna happen? I hope this video opens people's eyes. I understand that we're not all gonna agree.
The thing is, it probably won't. They're gonna just, they're gonna call him a bootlicker, a sellout, a Uncle Tom. That's what they always do. When people want to do right, follow the laws, live a normal life, free of any type of violence or stupid shit, you get called an Uncle Tom, bootlicker, coon. I'm pretty sure there's the Mexican version or Hispanic version of that. But, people just want to do right. And people, we're just having fun. We just want to be free. You can be free, but you can also follow the law.
A very touchy subject. I understand that, but I hope that you sit back and think about it. This is not an answer. This violence shit is not going to work.
Making
It's
it
not
worse.
an answer. You're not going to win. The federal agents are enforcing laws. It's not like they're doing shit that's illegal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, and then here's another thing. And then people are fucking and looting, breaking shit, lighting vehicles on fire, breaking into fucking stores, stealing shit. Really? Fucking up the whole city. You have people fucking up the whole city, right? In protest. You guys are fucking up your own city. Your own city. You guys are screwing over your own business owners, your own community. I hope everyone takes a chill pill. I hope people start opening their eyes and start understanding that when you fuck up, you're going to be held accountable. You know, I understand it. It's shitty. I understand that not everyone's a criminal, but you also need to understand that immigration is a law, and that if you're here in the country illegally, you broke the law. It's a crime. I hope everyone's all right. Please be safe out there, law enforcement guys. You know, I'm with you. Watch your back out there. I have a lot of ICE agent friends. Please be careful out there. I hope things don't snowball out of control more than they already did, because I could see I could see things getting a lot worse. I could see people.
Yeah, like you said, things are gonna get much worse. People just gonna ramp up their efforts for what? At the end of the day, when everything calms down, when everything cools off, you're still gonna get deported. The violent shit's not gonna stop. Same thing with just George Floyd stuff. Remember, it's not gonna stop. You know, you're gonna do violence. We're still gonna apprehend you. You're still gonna go to jail, and more tax money, more people's tax dollars have to go to replace all the shit that you destroyed. And you change nothing, especially going through violence, doing it the violent way. You've changed nothing. You just made things worse.
People losing their lives. I've seen some of these videos. I'm telling you, I've seen some of these videos where law enforcement is showing a lot of restraint. I'm telling you guys right now, coming from law enforcement experience, these officers are showing a lot of restraint. Don't abuse it. Don't take their kindness for weakness. I'm telling you right now. If this continues, God forbid, we're going to be watching someone fucking deaths in the news. Some of these protesters are doing things that authorizes lethal
Deadly
force from these federal agents.
Exactly.
So keep that in mind. Don't do anything stupid. I don't know. Maybe you guys should be waving the American flag if you want to fucking stay here. And here's another thing. I've never seen that energy. I've never seen that protest in Mexico.
Boy,
I've never seen people protest their government with that energy. Protest the criminal organizations with that fucking energy. That energy in your country. I want to see it. Hopefully everyone's okay. You guys have a good week.
you know, like you said though,
Unless you guys are
that the protests, you know, you don't see it happen in Mexico because they don't play in other countries. Only in the U.S. we give people so many freedoms, you know, and to do whatever they want, say whatever they want. You know, it's like the very first amendment, freedom of speech, protest, but you guys take it further, you know, protest, but protest, you know, peacefully. No, you want to throw shit, like you said, you know, commit violence, all that other stuff. And like you said, law enforcement, ICE, all those guys, you know, now the National Guard and the Marines, restraint. So all they had to do was just go from here down to here, select their safe from safe to semi, watch your lane, and it's over with. You know, they're showing a lot of restraint right now. And all it's going to take is just one incident where a protester decides to try to hurt somebody. And you're going to, you know, weapons free. I hate to say it, but that's all it's going to take. But people don't understand that. But that's my thoughts. That's my comments on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. You know, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And what do you think about what they said? You know, they got, you know, grandma, they got uncle over here saying their piece. You know, people that look just like them, maybe they'll listen to these guys. But they probably won't. They probably won't. But I'll catch you next video. Peace.